Welcome to another video tutorial on a PS5. It's been a while since I've done a video, but today we're going to be looking at a PS5 with no power. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. No power, won't turn on. So we're going to pull this apart now. These can be a bit of a pain to get off, these lids. So if you're wondering how to get those off and you're not sure because you're pulling and you're lifting corners and pulling and prodding, what I found is, normally with the ROM drive here on the top, you look at the corner and there's a little circle which locks in. So it's only a matter of lifting that circle up and then pulling the lid off. So it's a pretty dusty beast, this one. And the same here. Okay, little circle there. And it pulls off. See, little circles? They lock into these two holes here. So it's easier to look at. Sometimes you look at it and you can pull it apart that way. Now the thing is, the power supply for this one is in the base, so we can't actually access the base. We have to pull it all out from the top. So while I'm here, there's two screws here I'm going to pull out from the base. Base screws, no more screws there. Okay, so they're the base screws out. Okay, now we've got to go in from the top. So we've got to pull the motherboard out. I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean and I'll be back in a sec. Anyway, we've got the power supply here, power supply for the ROM drive, and the data cable for the ROM drive. Out she comes. Okay, so I've got this PS5 here, so I've got the ROM drive out. It's a later model PS5 because this plate here is metal, not aluminium. It's not going to make any difference, but just take note that it's a later PS5. I'll put the model number in the description. So basically we take the antennas off here. Little flex cable there. Like so. And this little one at the front here. Slide that out. So that's out, that's out, that's out, and then we can start taking all these screws out, which is about 10,000. Okay, welcome back. I've just unplugged. Okay, just welcome back. I've just done a pause in the video there, just had a phone call. Now, I have taken the little front power button flex out of there, and that one there as well. That's for lights, the LED lights on the front. And I've unplugged the antennas and just pulled that through there like so. And now we are ready to undo all the screws. We have to take this top plate off, I'm afraid, there's no other choice. Quite a number of screws here to do. I'm just using a vessel bit, Thks bit, size 8, and the little Bosch screwdriver, called a screwdriver, so that's what I use. Saves a lot of RSI on your hands. Just take that plate off there. Okay, keep working your way around here. I'll take all the screws out. Now we have got two black screws that go either side of the frame, so I'll just put those on my mat. Okay, so we've got that done. Now, probably best to take this little plug connector here for the C port and the USB port connector there. So you all you do is press down on the little metal plate. The little metal plate there, you just press that down. Alright, and then that pulls out. Bend it back out of your way so it doesn't get damaged. Now what I like to do, I like to get a flat fine screwdriver and carefully prise up coming up. What's it go here? Okay, what I like to do then is we can just lift that whole section up. And now I've just realised, because this is a later model, I've just realised that we didn't have to take these screws out. Okay? It allowed me to just lift that straight up. As you see, all these vents are all clogged up here, so that'll have to be cleaned out. So yeah, earlier models you have to take this, with earlier models that don't have this metal plate, right, that have an aluminium plate over there, all in one piece, you need to take that heatsink up and then undo the two screws and lift the motherboard out to access that bottom section. So obviously this is an easier one to work on. You've got your two power supply connectors there, which go into there. Okay, so that allows me then to take the power supply out. This is the first time I've done a power supply. I've never had anyone with any issues with power supplies and PS5 yet. So yeah, just that one's just a later model, so you don't need to take that heatsink. So looking at the power supply here, model is an ADP 400FR, 100 to 127 volt AC, 200 to 240 volt AC, 12 volt, 31 amp. Whew, quite high. So without further ado, we'll pull this apart and we'll have a look and see if we can see what's happening with it. So sort of clip together a little bit, even though it's got the two screws in it. Need something wider to get on there. What are we missing here? Two screws. No, that's it. Yeah, some of these are pretty... need something wider. Didn't want you to pull these apart, did they? They did not want you to pull these apart. You got little clips running around the outside. Once you get started, you can see those clips. The beast. Anyway, got that unclipped. Okay, straight away we've got an issue. Alright. Straight away we've got burn marks here from this capacitor. My chopper transistors, that chopper transistor there is blown out, so I'll just zoom in there. Okay, so we've got a burn mark here, but the whole thing is caused by this chopper transistor that's blown out. It's got a crack running right through it. Now, I haven't got any components to repair this. So, just get my meter here. So I haven't got any, make sure this is not charged up, so I'm just going to check the voltage across these capacitors here. 0, 0, 0. That one looks, that diode there looks okay, but this chopper, it had it. 970 ohms, so it's actually blunt. You can actually see it's cracked and blew through. You can buy power supplies quite cheap, but I like to repair them where possible. Just get me the old solder line fired up there. Just while that's warming up, I'm just going to check a couple of everything's looking okay there. That's a capacitor. Everything's looking not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to whip that out. That one is cracked so I can show you a better. So I'm just going to whip that out. Whip that one out to show you. it's easier just to add lead solder. And then hit it with the soldering bit. So a lot easier to get your desolder, you see. Piece of cake. Okay, we've got that out. There she is. There she is, got a dirty big, no, I don't know why my camera's not auto-focusing, but anyway, I'll just, a dirty big crack through there. Dirty big crack through there. Looks like it's a 40 N6 60 M2. And I'll look up the specifications of that later, and I'll order one online. But in the short term, you might find there might be more, may or may not be more wrong with this thing. So yeah, there may be more wrong with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to order the complete power supply to replace this with. We've probably got a blown fuse too. Yeah, we have. We've got a blown fuse across there. Okay, we've got a blown fuse because that's shorted. I just wonder whether this rectifier here is shorted. No, it's okay. Alright, so it's gone through and it's blown that chopper transistor, FET transistor, I'd say. It might be the only thing that's wrong with it. It may just have a crook FET. Have we got a resistor that's running up to there? We have. Yeah, the resistor here, R9. It's okay. R9's okay. So we might even get away with just one of those FETs. It might fix it. So I'm going to order one from AliExpress, and then I'll do another video on fixing this power supply, okay? So in the meantime, I'm just going to order another power supply for this PS5. Yeah, so anyway, we've pulled this PS5 down. It's a second, it looks like a second or third generation PS5, so we don't have to take the heat shield off here. But if it had been an earlier model, you do have to, because when you take the heat shield off, there's actually screws underneath. So this plate here is actually screwed to the base, so you're not going to get to your power supply, okay? But this one, they've improved the design, allowed me to pull that off without pulling the motherboard, separating the motherboard from the heatsink, and pull the power supply out. Power supply is a bit tricky to get apart. It's got these clips. You've got to sort of probe pretty tight to get off, but once you get one loose and get it started, work your way around. So, so basically what we've got a blown fuse, and we've got a shorted FET transistor. Now the FET transistor was a 40N60M2. You can look up the specs online. You can probably get those from AliExpress, so I'll do a check on that. So in the meantime, I'm just going to order another power supply. I think I sent them for 90 bucks, 100 bucks online. So I'm just going to order another power supply which gets my customer up and running. And then I'm going to do another video on repairing this power supply. So, okay, so I've got this power supply here. So what I'm going to do in the next video is order the FET transistor. I've looked them up online, and they're $1.44 on AliExpress. Postage is about $5. So there are 40N60M2. I'm a little bit unlucky because I had some 24N60M2s already in stock. But the problem is the maximum drain current was 18 amp, where the ones in this machine here was 34 amps. So these are not quite heavy enough for the job. So I'm going to order some from AliExpress. So in a couple of weeks time when they arrive, I'll see if I can fix this power supply. But in the meantime, to get the customer out of trouble, I'm going to order a new power supply for this customer, okay? So anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.